Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umoku Oka, Anambra State. We have a lot to talk about, but this is very. So we have three hot. It's 4 topics, but the other ones are movies, right? But I want us to quickly speak about tearing of a lady's dress during a fight or arrest should be criminalized. If you agree with me, please put down your comments. Support me in this thing. I want it to be criminalized. So apart from Comfort Emerson's matter case, I want us to quickly look at this NYSC student that was also harassed by the vigilantes in Anambra State. So let me quickly read. A viral video has shown the moment armed men believed to be operatives of Operation Udo-Kachi, also known as the Agune Chamber Vigilante Group, stormed a corps members lodge in Anambra State and assaulted a female corps member identified as Jennifer Edema Eleho and some of her colleagues. That name sounds like Edo State, right? The video, which was shared by the Heaven 360 Foundation on Facebook on Monday, showed the victim Eleho being beaten and stripped naked by men wielding guns. The foundation said the victims were brutalized and subjected to humiliating and sexually degrading threats. It noted that the vigilante accused the corps members of being Yahoo people and still descended on them despite producing their NYSC identity cards. The foundation wrote in part, "We strongly condemn the brutal assault and violation of rights of National Youth Service Corps NYSC member by operative of Operation Udo-Kachi or Agune Chamber Vigilante Group in Anambra State." They continue by saying, on July 23, 2025, these state actors stormed the corpers lodge, accusing the members of being Yahoo people despite their prompt production of NYSC identification cards and uniforms. The assault was particularly egregious in the case of Jennifer Edema Eleho, who was beaten stripped naked and left exposed covered in blood. The victims were subjected to unsavory, horrible and sexually degrading words and action, including threat of sexual violation. This is too much for me to bear. So that was why I said, let me quickly review. The NYSC, they've condemned it. The police said they've arrested the people involved in this matter and also condemned the matter, right? But I want to say, why will we get to a point that if you want to go arrest somebody, you understand, even if the person is resisting, why, you know that this person is a lady, why go straight to her clothes to tear her naked? There's this culture I'm beginning to see, that people's aim is to just shame the person. Let them shame the person, knowing that men, if you tear a man's shirt, nothing. If he has a very hot shirt and chest with biceps, people will shout, woo, woo, woo. But a lady, everything about her starts from her bust. It starts from her bust to her private parts. You know how disgraceful it is for a lady's nude, naked, sexual videos, everything that will be out there. I want the government to criminalize it. At least 2 years imprisonment. Let the person go to 2 years imprisonment, because the person's intention is to look at Emerson. The problem about Emerson's case, let me tell you, I'm not, you know, her father is coming out to speak. That is that lady, the Emerson lady. Her father is coming out to say he needs compensation for all what they've been going through. No doubt, it's his right to say he needs compensation to speak. But I want the father to take out his time to go to your daughter's social media page and see that is remaining small. Is remaining small for her to go naked on social media. That's why I always tell people that I know your children are adults and all that, but learn to go to their social media pages to know what they are doing there. So before you open your mouth, people will not use eye. Because I saw people writing that picking women naked finish, now they ask for compensation. Yeah, it's not fair that she was treated like that at the Ibon Air incident. But let's speak to ourselves. What are we posting on social media? Apart from posting on social media, what are we doing with men or other people telling you to open your breast and all that, and you'll be doing porno videos with them? Because when such matters comes out, people will be looking at your decency before all these things started. So we have to be smart. But I want the government to criminalize this tearing of a lady's clothes, especially in particular. They should stop it, because the aim, look at all men dragging a lady's clothes. They make sure they tore her. Thank God for blowing. They tore her to her as in A to Z, not just like that. And when somebody has produced NYSC, have you thought of the fact that you can invite them to your station for them to explain themselves? Please, I want to ask, how did this thing come about? This, like, in between this August, two females and two ladies, and we are yet to see any other videos. It's like they want to shame you. They want to do everything bad, let people see your nakedness. By the time they criminalize it, the one in a Bon Air, I noticed, I thought it was the men. I noticed that it was a lady that tried to grab the lady that tore her clothes. Shame on that lady. Then this one, shame on those men. Let them face the wrath of government. But the government, please, I'm begging, make it 2 years imprisonment for anybody who puts out a lady's nude. No, not just when people are fighting, especially you want to tear somebody's clothes. And why are you fighting in the first place? Just to arrest somebody. Have you thought of the fact that, did they even have a warrant? Did they just storm and just suspect, assumption? You see why people don't like all this vigilante stuff? Please, I want to beg the government, they need to criminalize this. It's getting out of hand. Let me quickly move over to the next topic. Our next topic, talking about FRSC issues standing warning against overloading vehicles and mixing passengers with goods. This thing, also all those people, I see them buses. Yes, all those buses, they will carry humans and mix it up. And in short, if somebody said she was smelling crayfish, just because of she entered the bus, because they pile it to the end, even to under their leg, as in under the chair of the bus. So she was smelling crayfish. So the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has issued a renewed warning to motorists, transport operators, and passengers nationwide about the dangers of overloading vehicles and mixing passengers with goods. See this one I put, emphasizing the significant risks to road safety. In a statement released on Tuesday, the FRSC highlighted that overloading vehicles and carrying passengers alongside goods such as livestock, agricultural produce, or heavy cargo increases the likelihood of accidents due to compromised vehicle stability and reduced driver control. The Corps noted that such practices violated road safety regulation and contribute to preventable fatalities and injuries on Nigerian roads. The FRSC urged transport operators to adhere strictly to vehicle capacity limits and ensure that passengers are not seated in areas designated for goods, especially those people that sit in the boot. The agency also cautioned drivers against stacking goods in a manner that obstructs their view or interferes with vehicle operation, which could lead to loss of control and collisions. We are committed to reducing road crashes and saving lives. Motorists must prioritize safety by avoiding overloading and ensuring passengers are not mixed with goods, the FRSC statement read. The corps further announced intensified enforcement operations, including routine vehicle inspections and patrols to curb these violations. The public has been advised to report any observed infractions to the nearest FRSC unit or law enforcement agency. The FRSC also encouraged passengers to demand safe travel conditions and avoid boarding overloaded vehicles. This warning comes amid ongoing efforts by the FRSC to improve road safety and reduce high rates of road traffic crashes around the country. Violators risk fines, vehicle impoundment, and other penalties under existing traffic regulations. So I hope people have heard. Please stay away from because by the time somebody cautions them, it will be hard for them to continue doing it. Or if people decide not to continue, as in people decide not to enter a bus that is full of goods before they even board, because most of these conductors and these drivers, they're very tricky. When they are leaving that bus stop, they will now meet some other people that will load things behind that will smell so bad. You don't know you don't even know what you are spreading around, contaminating the environment. So let me quickly move over to a Nigerian. You know, they say all this midwife, you know, olden days, the way they give birth to children, whereby they'll be at home. You know the way Cora gave birth to her child. Remember Cora or Abodi that gave birth to her child at home. So a Nigerian woman carry her wiri, go to abroad and be encouraging people to give birth at home. Jesus have mercy. So let me establish this story. Nigerian home birth influencer who advises medical intervention who has been charged with manslaughter in Australia over the death of a baby she helped deliver at a home birth. So she's calling herself a certified midwife. So her name is Onyebola Kosom, a privately practicing midwife who also advocates natural at-home births, had attended a home in Wellstead, New South Wales, to assist a woman last October. According to Mail Online, the 36-year-old allegedly ignored signs of complications during the birth and the mother's pleas to attend the hospital, instead leaving her in labor for 2 days. Only 1 day. The place, the pipe where the mother and child is as when she eats and all that has turned green already. Talk less of 2 days. You kept somebody labor 2 days. When something don't pass your hand, please save your head. So another thing people don't even understand, I think she was trying to protect her image, but she was not looking at it in the long run. Do you know what it is to carry a child for 9 months and at the end you lose the child? The woman was not looking at it. She's looking at the gain that she will gain. Hey, God have mercy. Hey. After the woman was taken to John Hospital, so at last in a single hospital in Newcastle, the baby boy was delivered by emergency cesarean. So some people don't know that when you are getting older, let me tell you, cesarean is your best option instead of forcing the baby. I believe, not confirmed, that most of the children with Down syndrome happened when they were trying to force the baby out. That is my belief, but it's unconfirmed. I might be right, I might be wrong, but I believe majority of the cases of Down syndrome is the way the children are being dragged out from somebody that cannot even give birth naturally, but they are forcing themselves to do that. Not everybody is an Hebrew woman. Please, you should take note of that. I still don't understand this madness of giving birth naturally. We should be very careful. Okay, God have mercy on us. So I was saying, however, However, police said the mother and newborn both suffered significant medical complications, and the baby died 8 days after the attempted home birth. The Italian-born influencer midwife has long posted on Instagram under the profile Mama Informata to promote positive births and has warned women to resist doctors' advice. All these people, they give advice online, know what you are giving on. In other videos, she has encouraged women to give birth at home and alleged the gestational diabetes does not exist and that blood tests and ultrasounds are unnecessary. Hey. Ms. Cousin has also sold paid online courses targeted at expectant mothers on preparing for childbirth and breastfeeding. But following a police investigation into the death of the newborn, Ms. Cousin was arrested and taken into custody in Westside, New South Wales on August 14. She was charged with manslaughter and grievous bodily harm, New South Police Force said. The midwife was granted bail after appearing in court. Her bail conditions include that she must not act, practice, or educate any person relating to any birth or pregnancy. The trial is due to begin at Newcastle Crown Court, October 2025. All you people giving advice that your grandmother gave to you. Most of the people that give birth naturally, that it might work for them, might be people that married very, very early. Not a matured woman that you be advising for all this. So, hey. So let's quickly move over to the movie section. So I have Lee. The first movie is Lee. It's like the World War II. I will not lie to you. The World War II is a very terrible war. But it's like people can get a lot of stories, right, from it. So this movie, Lee, is also a true life story, right? A true life story. And it's centered on a woman who was a model, transformed into a photographer, and she ended up working for the popular British Vogue. And she, just to cut the long story short, she's originally an American, but because she grew up, maybe all her life she has stayed in England or so, in the United Kingdom, she decided to go to the war front. She was, if you have seen any picture like that, a woman that took picture half naked in Hitler's bathroom. It's a very interesting story. I like people to watch, because why I always encourage people to watch all these real life movies, because people agitate for war a lot. They don't know how damaging such wars can bring, even upon, if it's just you, upon your family members too. You might experience death. So that is Lee, and guess what? It was Kate Winslet. Just in case you don't know who is Kate Winslet, Kate Winslet is the lady that acted Titanic. The picture of the poster will never show you that it's Kate Winslet. That was a very good movie. The costumier, the person that did the makeup, I give the person thumbs up, because it's not that you say this is Kate Winslet. It is when you start watching it, you now start saying, is this not Kate Winslet? So let me quickly move over to One Life. It's another movie centered on the World War II. How this man saved almost 700 children. Maybe he must have heard about the story. You understand? And he had every proof and even their current address. And it's so nice for him, after his struggle, to put this news, this particular information out there, so that it will be archived and all that. He was invited to a reality show where I think some of the children he saved were in the audience. Now this Lee and One Life, you'll find both movies on Showmax, if you have Showmax, the online streaming platform. These movies are real life. It happened real. They how will I say, The movie is centered on true life events, so it's not fictional stories. Lee is about a woman, Lee Miller or something like that. Why this one life is about that man that rescued almost 700 children, 600 and something of them during the time of the World War II. So I want you to take out your time to watch this movie so that you avoid all this agitation about war. Some people just want war. They spread fake stories. I saw another fake story. I don't know how true it is. I was seeing them agitating on some of our Igbo pages that, oh, they've removed Ozumba Mbadiwewe. I was like, I live in Lagos. I've never heard of that. And two, is a federal road. For you to change the name of a federal road, it must go through David Mai, the minister. So I don't understand all this agitation. People want to gaslight stories. So people just want tribes to, they will lie, manufacture words and put out there. Let me tell you what people don't understand about my kind of person. If you want to change your road or your street, it does not affect my daily bread. It is your choice. But if you want to change that road and you are attaching it to a tribe, thinking that they want to dominate you, then it is wrong. Don't attach it. If you want to change the road, please change the road, the name of the road. But don't attach tribe to it. That is the only thing I will say. Change the road because you believe that you want to change the road, or there is a reason why you want to change the road. But don't be giving that sense that they are changing the road or changing one particular tribe, removing, unplugging their names from it. So those kind of things you are doing agitate. Now, what people don't understand is that because your family is based in Lagos does not mean that your own relatives are not in their states. Because what I keep hearing that since they started removing the Igbo name in Lagos, we too will start removing their own name in there. Now, two wrongs will not make a right. So please, we should stop all this nonsense we are doing here. So I hope you enjoyed this movie, The Lee, and one that I gave to you. Just a preamble I gave to you doesn't mean that is the real story. I don't want to be giving too much spoilers so that by the time you watch the movies, it will be like new. Thank you all for listening to me. Don't forget to shop with us at Antoinette Supermarket. It's 7B Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos. Bye for now.